Hi everyone, this is Raju here. In this video, I am going to discuss about the basic concept of project management. And to begin with, we will be discussing about what is meant by project. Okay. Now, every one of you know that in our day-to-day life, there are some certain activities we do it for the first time, or in the existing activity itself, there will be some kind of different way we do it, right? So, if we really see that what exactly is a project and how we define a project or how we need to understand what a project is. Okay. Now, whenever we carry out individually or collaboratively any task and involving, let's say, like research or design. Okay. Now, how is define this one? Now, let's say if we are doing any task for the first time and it is going to have a definite time. Now, definite time, when we say that, what exactly we mean by definite time, because there will be some certain task which we will not be doing forever. We start at some particular phase and we end at some particular phase, right? So from that aspect, if we really see, and if you want to understand what a project is, now there will be a series of tasks which needs to be completed in order to reach a specific outcome, right? Now, what we mean by reach a specific outcome, when we see a series of tasks, because the task can be one, two, or many, or in a simple way, if we define, it can be a series of tasks, right? Now, each and every task will be unique to the other task. Now, let's say if I'm performing a task A, and after that, if I'm going to perform the task B, then B will be little bit different or completely different with respect to my task A, right? So that is how we perform the different task. Okay. Now here let us try to understand what a project means. Now keeping in view that what we are discussing. Now project as per PMBOK is what? Is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service or result. So the definition itself clearly says it's a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product. Why we say unique product? Because if that is not unique, then we cannot define that as a project. Something that is we are going to create for the first time, or in the existing given thing, if we are enhancing, which is unique to itself, right? Or it may be related to your services, or it may be a result, or we can say as an end result. So here in this definition, if we really categorize, what we can categorize, it's a temporary endeavor. What is temporary endeavor? Project is a temporary endeavor. It is unique product, service or result. Now, when we say temporary, it means there should be certain start and end to a particular task or particular project, right? So, when we say temporary endeavor, then we can define it as project as the beginning and the end. The result produced by the project can be forever, right? Now, let's say if we are manufacturing a car for the first time, or let's say a particular company is manufacturing a new design of car, right? So it is unique in its nature. It's a unique product for that particular company, because they are not copying the existing model, or they are not redesigning the existing model as it is. There is some enhancement to the existing model, or altogether there will be a different model, right? So, and that model will be forever. So that is how we need to understand it. So now, going to the next point, project is or must be progressively elaborated. It means the activities in the project are progress in steps and continuous in increment. See, whenever we are carrying any task or whenever we are performing any activity, it is progressively elaborated, because we cannot do everything at once, right? We do every action or every activity step by step. So that is what you are progressively elaborated. Okay. Now projects are created for business value. Projects are created for business value, which has both tangible and intangible benefit. Because see, why we create a project, or why there is a certain activity that is performed in the organization, or based on the need, there should be some benefit on what we are going to perform or what we are going to create or what we are going to enhance or what we are going to give a end result. There should be some benefit to that, right? So the benefits are classified into two different types. One is your tangible benefits and the other is your intangible benefits. Now when we say tangible benefits, what we can refer: increase in the revenue, reduction in the software cost, monetary assets, stakeholders, equity, etc. When we refer to the intangible benefits, it can be a public benefits, brand awareness or recognition, reputation, customer loyalty, etc. Okay. Now, project initiation context. How projects are initiated, why projects are initiated, or what is the need for having an initiation in the project, or what is the need for enhancing something which is already existing or creating altogether new future. Okay. So from that aspect, if you see, organizational leaders initiate projects in response to factors acting upon their organizations. There are four fundamental categories for these factors, which illustrates the context of a project. So here the definition clearly says that there is some purpose behind on what the project is going on, why the project is to be initiated, what is the purpose, right? So the four fundamental categories are: meet regulatory, legal or social requirements, satisfy stakeholder requests or needs, implement or change business or technological strategies, create, improve or fix products, processes or services. So these are broadly classified categories on why the necessity of the project that comes. In a simple thing, if you want to define, whenever there is a user demand, whenever a user sees for a new thing, or whenever there is a new requirement for the user, then altogether a new product is created, or in the existing product the new features are enhanced. That is how we need to understand it. Okay. Now what are the objectives of the project? See, every activity we do or every action we perform, there will be some objectives, or there are some objectives associated to it, and we define those objectives as SMART objectives. Okay. Now SMART can be broadly defined as: S for specific, M for measurable, A is for your achievable or attainable, R is for your realistic, and T is for time bound. See, any objective we define, there should be a meaning to that objective. We cannot say that, okay, I am going to climb Mount Everest and that objective is everlasting. No, that cannot be objective. If we are setting an objective, we have to make sure that there are some certain parameters which are defined and we are going to achieve that objectives. Okay, that is what the SMART defines. So if you see specific, when the goal is set, it should have a clear and highly specific endpoints, right? The goal has to be very specific. It cannot be, okay, now in our day-to-day life, if you say that, okay, I am walking 1 kilometer, from tomorrow I will walk 1.5 kilometer and I will continue to walk 1.5 kilometer. That is not what it is. There should be a clear objective. There should be a clear action item that is associated and we have to fulfill it. Okay. Measurable. The goal that is set have a measurement criteria to make sure that the progress is tracked and judged by when the desired goal can be met. Right? See, whenever we are defining a goal or whenever we are defining an objective, we need to make sure that objectives or the goals are measurable. We cannot say that, okay, I am going to perform this task and that is never going to met, and we are just whoever is asking, we are saying no, we are going to perform this task. No, if you are going to perform this task, by when you are going to complete the task, and what is the measurement criteria, means how you are making sure that you are making a progress in whatever you have defined, right? So that is your measurable. Achievable or attainable, that is very simple. The word itself says achievable or attainable. Whenever we are saying that, okay, I am defining a goal, that goal has to be achievable. We cannot define vague goals, or just for the namesake we cannot define the goals and say that I have created the objectives or I have defined the goals and now you do it. No, you are creating an object now in the organization. If you are making sure that, okay, in 1 month you are going to, the goal is for you to climb Mount Everest. without having anything, how that particular person is going to climb Mount Everest, right? So the goal has to be set for those individuals, or the goal has to be set for the organization in such a way that goals are attainable. There is a persistent perseverance that is defined in order to achieve the goal. Okay. And the next is you are realistic. The goals has to be always realistic, right? It is very simple. Time bound. The goal cannot have infinity time, right? There should be a time frame for everything that is being defined in order to achieve that objective. So this is what the project objectives are. So project objectives can be defined with SMART. So what SMART stands for: S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable or attainable, R for realistic, and T for time bound. Hope you understood this. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you very much.